Hello everyone, I'm Sharif A. Mukul. I am based at Tropical Forest and People Research Center at University of the Sunshine Coast and also in Florida International University in USA. So you can see the topic of my talk is identifying threats to world's largest mangrove forest, the Sundarabns. So Sundarabans is an iconic ecosystem and the largest contiguous mangrove forest in the world. Like you can see the location of the Sundarabans, it has an area of about 10,000 square kilometer, like 60% of which belongs to Bangladesh and 40% belongs to India. And it is open to Bay of Bengal in one side. Sundarban is also the largest habitat of critically endangered Royal Bengal tiger. There are more than 355 species of birds, including some rare species like Mandopita, then mast finfoot, also several varieties of kingfisher. There are also 49 species of mammals, including two rare like dolphin species, that is gangetic dolphin and Irrawaddy dolphin. There are also 87 species of reptiles, 14 amphibians, about 300 species of fish, and also 35 species of plants that can be found in the Sundarbans area. One third of the Sundarbans is actually water body, only composed of rivers and streams, channels. So like this is a major source of fish and other aquatic resources in that area. Sundarbans is also important because it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a Ramsar Site, a Class 3 tiger conservation landscape of global priority. Sundarbans have also other significance, like it is culturally important. You can see here the Bonodevi, like a local goddess that is found only in the Sundarbans area. Like people go and worship this goddess before entering to Sundarbans for collecting forest products like honey, fish. Sundarbans is also located in the mouth of Ganges Brahmaputra Delta. This is the third largest river basin system after Amazon and Congo. Sundarbans is also important to 3.5 million people for their livelihoods. It is a major source of tourism, apart from like forest products and other environmental services. It also protects inland area from regular cyclones and tidal surges. As I already said, like one third of the Sundarbans is actually water bodies. This is the sum of the water body. You can see like some big rivers, also some streams and channels. So this is a major breeding ground of fish and other aquatic resources. Sundarbans is also a major sink of carbon. As you may already know about that, like mangrove can store carbon faster than any other terrestrial ecosystem, and also it can store carbon as much as 40 times higher than tropical rainforest. So Sundarbans is also important to Bangladesh and India as a major sink of carbon. Here you can see the historic range of Sundarbans. This green one is the Sundarbans during like 1776. The orange one during like 1841, and the red one is the recent boundary of the Sundarbans. So a large area of Sundarbans now converted to agricultural land, also shrimp farms, like which is a popular like land use in that area, around that area. Here you can see the administrative boundary of Sundarbans. Like in Bangladesh, Sundarbans are managed under four major ranges, that is Chandpai Range, Khulna Range, Sharankula Range, and Satkhira Range. And there are also a lot of blocks and compartments. This is the vegetation map of the Sundarbans. So Sundarbans is named after one of its iconic plant species, that is Shundri or Heratia fomes. So it is one of the major or dominant species in Sundarbans. Also other major species includes Abyssina species, Cereops, Exocaria, Xylocarpus. So this vegetation also depends on the salinity in that area. Sundarbans can be categorized into three major saline zones, that is oligohaline, polyhaline, and mesohaline. Or like this, heavily saline zone, moderately saline zone, or freshwater zone. As I already mentioned before, Sundarban protects inland area from regular cyclones. Here you can see the major cyclone routes that cross through the Sundarbans, their intensity and cyclone damages. So on average, like 2 major cyclones cross through Sundarbans every year. So Sundarbans is also important as a barrier of cyclones to inland people. So this study is actually a systematic literature search, like using ISI Web of Science. I mostly considered peer-reviewed journal articles that published between 2001 and 2020. And the search term used for this study was Sundarbans, Sundarban mangrove forest, Bangladesh Sundarban, and Indian Sundarbans. And I considered this keywords only in the title of this articles. So altogether, 542 documents are found relevant to our search terms. However, after careful screening, like only 53 documents are found relevant to the focus of the study. Among these, like 22 are focusing on Bangladesh, 17 focusing on India, and 14 focused both Bangladesh and India. And after reviewing the threats, three major threat categories are formed, like that is anthropogenic threats, climate-induced threats, and naturally occurring threats. So what are the major anthropogenic threats in Sundarbans? The first of all was forest conversion, like for both agriculture and shrimp production. Then over exploitation of non-timber forest products, which includes honey, nipa palm. Also unsustainable timber harvesting, shrimp and aquatic resources like fish, crabs, also shell. Also, then illegal hunting, poaching, and human-wildlife conflict. Sundarban actually infamous for human-wildlife conflict in the world. Like more than 40 tiger are killed, like in last 3-4 decades, and also like more than 200 people died during human-wildlife conflict in that area. All threats include infrastructure development, pollution, etc. And here you can see in this figure, like in the dark green, at the vegetation of the Sundarbans, and this brown or this orange color represents like agricultural feed or shrimp farms, like which were previously mangrove area. And here, like the top one is the most cited threat, and the last one is the least cited threats. Also, like you can see from this spider map. And climate-induced threats in the Sundarbans includes salinity intrusion, sea level rise, frequent cyclones, and tidal surges. Here you can see the elevation map of the Sundarbans. So the red one is a high elevation zone, and the blue one are the low elevation zone. You can see that most of the Sundarbans are actually quite close to sea level. So sea level rise is one of the major threats that are also posing threats to biodiversity of the area. Salinity intrusion, this is attributed by freshwater supply from the upstream. So because of the changing climate, there are now infrequent rainfall in the upstream areas, like which also cause an increase in salinity level in that area. Frequent cyclone and tidal surges are other major threats. And naturally occurring threats in Sundarbans includes like heavy sediment loads, mostly during the monsoon. You can see like this sediment transport in the Sundarbans area. This is in the Bay of Bengal. Also, mortality of keystone species, including shundri, like Heritiaformis, also Bengal tiger, are quite common in recent years. Changing geomorphology, like this is both happening due to natural processes and also like due to the diversion of freshwater supply in the upstream areas. And heavy sediment also caused due to like deforestation, also land degradation in the upstream areas, including Himalayan range. And what are mitigation measures, or how we can minimize these threats? So first one should be the regular monitoring and law enforcement. Sundarbans is a quite remote areas, and the facility of the forest department is still very limited. There should be more like manpower, capacity, technical uh, facility to monitor and law enforcement in that area. Also, the regular stock assessment, including growth and yield assessment of forest products, proper harvesting techniques for fish, honey, etc. And there should be the restoration of degraded habitats using suitable species, action research to improve the management of the Sundarbans. Also, awareness among local people for conservation and sustainable harvesting of forest products. Sundarbans also offer like major opportunities for nature-based climate solution in that region. As like Sundarbans represents nearly 40% of the forest cover of the Bangladesh, so it can be used as a cost-effective nature-based climate solution. Also, like Bangladesh has a major delta plan, uh, and Sundarban can offer a big avenue for blue carbon economy in the region. So I'd like to thank Dr. Sanjeev Srivastava, Dr. Pallav Majumdar, British Ecological Society, Asia Pacific Network for Global Change Research, Center for Research on Land Use Sustainability for supporting this research. And thanks for listening. If you have any question, you can email me or you can also follow me on Twitter. Uh, Thanks.